Yo,
Yeah, yep. Yeah, yeah.
welcome. Another episode, Home Team Hype. Today's show, we're gonna go over a few things, kind of recap that division playoff round. We got a lot of things to talk about. I think it was day two, with the Patriots, Texans, Rams, Bears. We also had college football championship and give you guys a few predictions on this AFC and NFC championship games, as well as our Super Bowl predictions. Um, how was your weekend, Rich?
Everything was gravy, man. I cannot complain, bro. Back at it once again. Happy to be doing it, man. Let's go.
Same here, same here. I think I enjoyed that 3 day weekend. We had that MLK Day on this past Monday, 2026. Celebrate Martin Luther King, enjoyed my Monday. The kids was off, got a lot of basketball, and you know how MLK Day on NBA week. It's so many games on that slate on that Monday. A lot of good basketball to watch. Hope you guys
hmm
tuned in
hmm
and enjoyed some of those games. Put in a few prop bets, made you some money as well. I believe you made, a couple hunchos on that Monday, huh?
Some light work, man. Light work. We definitely gonna be sharing some of the good content that we got to go with some of the prop bets, making sure our community eat. Because it
For
is a community.
sure.
We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in, supporting us. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Some of those comments, we do read them, we do see them. They are hilarious. We're gonna start shouting out some of the comments on the show. So if you have anything you want to say on the topics or whatnot, we like it, we love it. We'll definitely give you a shout out on the show and read your comments. So keep supporting the channel. We appreciate it. But let's get right into it, man. Divisional playoff round recap. I know we went over that Saturday's games, slate of games, Sunday games. We had the Patriots and Texans, Rams and Bears. To get right into it, the Rams and Bears, no, the Patriots and Texans was actually the earlier game. Um, I believe at this point in the season, like weather played a huge factor in this game. Too many turnovers on both sides. But like I said, this late in the season, the margin of error is so slim. Turnovers can determine the game. And I do believe that's kind of was the outcome in this game. If you tuned in to watch it, the final score, New England 28, Texans 16. Drake May was 16 to 27, 179 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. CJ Stroud was 20 of 47 with 212 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 interceptions. Um, that 4 interceptions pretty much crushed the Texans' opportunity to get into this game and win it. Not to mention those interceptions. Drake May had 4 fumbles, 2 was lost, 2 was actually recovered by New England. So they had a slew of turnovers along with the Texans' turnovers as well. I think they had 1 fumble by Woody Marks that was recovered by the Patriots. So too many turnovers to count in this game, but the most costly ones were the ones CJ Stroud caused his team late in that game. What'd you think about this game and this outcome, Rich?
Let me be honest, man. I seen it from the jump. I caught just a little bit of this game. I didn't catch the full game. I caught some because we had a little event going, but there was a few passes, probably 3 or 4 in the first quarter that could have been picked
Hmm.
easily. So
Yeah,
I knew from then, man, just it was just a bad sign. It was a bad omen. Um, and then on the other side of the ball, you got Drake May who is playing some good football, and it's the Patriots. They still the Patriots. They're gonna
yeah,
be solid. They're gonna be strategic. They're not gonna be great at nothing. They're gonna be good at everything,
right, right.
and they're
Yeah,
not gonna really make. They're not gonna really kill themselves if they can't help it. You know what I'm saying? But I like C.J. Stroud, but I just think that from early on he was kind of pressing, and his throws wasn't getting there on
yeah.
time and on point. So it was a perfect storm. But that's the playoffs, man. What you gonna do?
That is like you said. I think the Texans they struggled early on in the season, but to win those 8, 9 games straight was crazy. I think they had a lot of winning in spite of CJ Stroud's play. This wasn't his best season by far. No comparison to his rookie season. I believe his rookie season really carried the team, and he was the focal point, the catalyst of their success. But this season, I really believe it was the complete opposite. That defense, in my opinion, they had the best defense in the entire league. Uh, yeah, Drake May had those turnovers and fumbles, or no, CJ Stroud had those interceptions, but a lot of times those interceptions ended with the Patriots going 3-and-out. Their defense was able to kind of withstand some of those turnovers and still keep them in the game. And like I said, even forced Drake May to have 4 fumbles. 2 of those the Texans recovered. Missed opportunities with CJ Stroud starting so slow. They really need to, when you have a young quarterback like that, they need a strong running game to rely on. I know they had Chubb, but if you look at the stats, like I mentioned earlier, they didn't really have too much success running the ball. Houston Texans ran for a total of 48 rushing yards as a team. Woody Mark, 14 carries, 17 yards. Nick
That's
Chubb,
that's
4
hard.
carries, 14 yards. CJ Stroud had 2 rushes for 11 yards. He was almost the leading rusher on the team. He was like 6 yards away from being the leading rusher. When you have a team that's only rushing for 48 yards in a game, and a young quarterback who's prone to make mistakes, is going to make mistakes because they're still learning. They're not at their full potential yet. Uh, it's tough. New England rushed for 105 yards total as a team. Stevenson had 70 yards on the ground on 16 carries. That alone, him by himself outrushed the entire team for the Houston Texans. So in that weather, slushy snow type of environment, outdoors, up in Foxborough with that crowd on the road, you need a solid running game, and they did not have that. That was a huge outcome, I believe, in determining in this game. Not to mention, like I said, the turnovers. But if the Texans want to build on their success from this year, which I said the defense carried this team all season. Without this defense, I don't see them making the playoffs. I don't see them winning those 9 games straight. CJ Stroud played decent, but he wasn't at his best this whole season. So,
Nah, he didn't play good enough. He didn't play good enough, and then it's like I said, it was the perfect storm. It was they ended up being sort of a one dimensional team when you can't get the ball, when you can't stay ahead of the sticks, and the defense know what you're gonna do. I mean, of course they can pin their ears back, they can jump routes, they can do whatever. So it was the perfect storm, man. Unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it's fortunate for the Pats. On to the next.
yeah, on to the next. Drake May continues his miraculous run this season. The Patriots as a whole, no one really saw them having that success, but like you said, the Patriots way, man. These guys are disciplined. They don't really beat themselves. They put themselves in position to win, and that's exactly what happened in this game. They end up pulling it out 28-16. Texans still have a bright future going forward. Get them guys some more weapons. Nico Collins wasn't in this game. Dalton Schultz left early in the game. No real running game to show of. And that's what happens in the playoffs. But future's bright in Texans in Houston, I believe, with this team going forward next year. Solidify that running game, get him some more weapons, so it's not all on CJ Stroud as he continues to develop and grow as a player. But Drake
Facts,
May,
but CJ, wait, real quick, CJ is trending downwards. He's
definitely,
trending downwards. Like coming
definitely.
from his rookie season, he's trending downwards, and that's not a good trend because what he about to be in is fourth or fifth year or something like that. You want to trend upward, bro. I mean, I know it's hard when you start from where he started from
Exactly.
as a rookie. It's only one way is up. That's kind of difficult. You ain't really got a lot of room
Mhm.
to, but unfortunately, bro, that is what it is. You're trending downwards, and that's not a good trend. So you don't want them to start. You don't want them to start going out and looking for quarterbacks in the draft. That's what you don't want them to do.
Nah, you definitely don't want to do that. And like you said, when you start off such a high, it's hard to move up from there and continue. You're gonna have those moments to where you digress some, fall back some, and not move forward. But you can't keep turning the ball over. You got
Nah,
to play
man.
clean football. Get him a running game. I think it will benefit him a lot going forward, in his career. So that was that game. Shout out to the Patriots. They handled business. They did exactly what they needed to do to win that game, 28-16. CJ Stroud, man, Better luck next year. You'll be good going forward, man. Just keep your head up, keep grinding, keep working. But that brings me to the next game. Actually, I wanted to discuss and go over a little bit, which is actually that Rams and Bears game. Rams and Bears game was definitely entertaining. Um, a lot less scoring than I predicted. I thought it would be a higher scoring game. Um, Rams end up pulling it off 20-17 in an overtime thriller. Matthew Stafford was 20 of 42 in this game. He went 258 passing yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Uh, Caleb Williams was 23 of 42, 257 passing yards, two touchdowns, three interceptions. Los Angeles Rams as a whole, they ran for 111 rushing yards with Kyron Williams carrying the ball 21 times for 87 yards as the leading rusher. DeAndre Swift had 19 carries for 76 yards. Chicago rushed as a team 160 yards total. And the fumbles, I believe Devin Duvernay had one fumble, but it was recovered by the team. Matthew Stafford had two fumbles. Both of those were recovered by the team. So a pretty clean game as far as turnovers go when it comes to the Rams. Caleb Williams, those three interceptions was pivotal in that 3-point loss to the Rams in that thriller overtime game. So what'd you think about this game as a whole, Rich?
Man, I thought the veteran quarterback understand that sometimes games get ugly, and you don't you just do what the game is asking you to do. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Play a clean game. Try not to create too many turnovers. Try to stay ahead of the sticks. If one phase of the game is working, use that phase. But still, still chunk the ball. Get your yards. But I thought that he just allowed the game to, you know, allowed the game to show him, hey, this is what we need. Didn't try to be too much of a hero. And sometimes a boring game is a good game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not to say his game is boring, but sometimes you don't need to throw for 500-600 yards. Sometimes, hey, everybody's clicking. Let's just roll through. Let's just roll through the team, man. And then
exactly.
On Caleb's side, the youth showed because you got to value every possession in these playoffs, dog. You know what I'm saying? Three of them things. That's tough to come. That's tough. But y'all, I mean, and look, y'all was still in the game, but he'll learn. He a good player. He'll come back next season better, stronger, understanding more situational football,
Hmm.
understanding that every possession matters. And he really haven't done that all season. So you can
Yeah.
honestly say this was uncharacteristic of him just for this game because he haven't been turning the ball over like that. So
More in his rookie season than this year. I think Ben
yeah, for
Johnson
sure.
really kind of played a huge factor in his development and success this year. No one expected the Bears to be making it to the divisional round of the playoffs, but here we are. They came up short in the overtime. I believe their aggressiveness in this game kind of caused them. The Rams didn't play exceptional football. They played good enough to win, but it wasn't the best Rams we've seen displayed this season in this game. Uh, I think going early, sometimes when it's weather like this, you got to feel the game out. And I believe Ben Johnson was very aggressive early. On that first possession, they had an opportunity to get a field goal. He decided to go for it on 4th and 3 in the red zone. That ended up in an interception. Later in the game, I also believe that he had a few opportunities in the red zone to actually go ahead and make scores, whether it was a field goal, but they opted out and decided to go for it. Even in that late fourth quarter, I think it was like what was it actually? Yeah, it was 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They was 4th and goal. I understand you're trying to get your points, go up here, score is huge, but you look at the final score, you lost by 3 in overtime. You had at least 3 opportunities in the red zone to kick field goals. That's 9 points right there that could have swung this, changed the whole momentum of the game, the outlook of the game, and everything. But you opted to be aggressive, and sometimes damned if you do, damned if you don't. But in this
Hmm.
case, you went for it, you didn't get it, and that was a huge factor, I believe, in the outcome of this game and them losing. Um, that crazy Hail Mary throw to get them to even tie the game and get it to overtime was crazy. on that fourth down where he ran like 10
Hmm.
yards behind the line of scrimmage and
He
just
can do
threw it
that
up.
though. He can do
He
that.
had some of the most amazing, miraculous plays in this playoffs in clutch moments. So call him what you want, Caleb French Tip Williams. a lot of a lot of flack and stuff he gets for his fingernail polish, but on the field, the guy's balling. He's doing what he
Nah,
needs
he
to do.
doing he
You
doing
can
his thing,
criticize
man.
him.
He doing
They
his
call
thing.
him all what he want, but hey, man, that guy is throwing that pill and making plays. I believe he has a bright future in this league, and he'll only continue to get better as he goes. But yeah,
Nah, yeah, you can't hate on him too much, man. And once you start losing, then we gonna start back hating on you. But you can't hate on him right now, bro. He winning. He doing it his way. Mostly anyway. Ben Johnson got a lot to do with that, but
yeah.
he'll be all right, man. He'll come back next season stronger, hopefully, and then more competitive. So
Yeah, I agree with that tenfold, man. Like, shout out to the Bears on a good season. It didn't go the way you wanted it to. That veteran over there, the Rams is a tough team to play in this playoffs. Like I said, they're a very experienced team. They know what to expect going into these games. You got a great head coach in Sean McVay.
hmm
Um, all those weapons on the offense with a young defense, a stout defense that puts themselves in position to win, and that's what they did. A tough break for the Bears, but I do believe Ben Johnson with this team, they'll be back next year, and
yeah, they
we'll
should
see
be.
exactly how they bounce back.
They should
Continue
be.
to get those offensive weapons, and this won't be the last we see them boys in the playoffs. No, I'm not doubting that at all. So
Facts.
also, so I mean, we pretty much know what we have for the AFC and NFC championship games. We'll get into that here in a second. Let me see. Actually, the AFC will be Patriots versus the Broncos. I believe Broncos will be this will be a home game for them, hosting the New England Patriots. And tough break. Bo Nix will not be playing this game with the fractured ankle. He is out for the season on this. And
That's why they're not gonna win right there. The
you
backup
don't
supposed to be
believe in
who?
Stidham?
Jason Stidham? Nah, man. Give me look. It is what it is. Y'all had y'all run, bro. I'm sorry it ended like this, but y'all finna be going home, bro. I'm
Oh
sorry, man.
man.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
man. I have to agree with you on that, man. I can't say that I don't think that what is it?
Oh,
My
Steady.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Steady.
I don't I don't think that he's when you have a defense like that, all you have to do is not mess it up. Will he be able to get his playmakers the ball and put them in position to win? I don't know if he'll be able to do enough to beat this Patriots team. It's not like he's going against a team that's not prepared or ready for the moment. Even with Bo Nix playing, this is still a tough win to get against the New England Patriots. With Drake May, those weapons in that defense, I do see the Patriots winning this. Broncos, you had a good run, like you said.
Had a good run, bro. Sean Payton. Hey, and you
Sean
know what? And
Payton.
if anybody can do it, Sean Payton can do it. An incredible coach. Set an incredible culture. Made had the Broncos with a really good turnaround. It's just unfortunate, bro. You know what I'm saying? But well, I mean, we can't. I'm throwing the dirt on them, but maybe I
Yeah.
shouldn't be. But I kind of
I
am.
mean, it's
So
tough not to, man. You lose your quarterback, and we, as much flag as Bo Nix gets, he played well. He played well. He made big plays. He made the good throws, clutch moments. He showed up when it was time to put them in position to win that game. But he did go out with that fractured ankle. And if you're backup, I can't say this. Stidham is living every backup quarterback's dream right now. He's in the moment. Every backup quarterback in the league wish they would be going to an AFC championship game and starting that game.
you know
An
who they need.
opportunity.
You know who they need. They don't need Stidham.
Who they
They need my
need?
boy Cooper Rush.
Cooper
Bring
Rush.
in Cooper Rush. Let him hold down the fort. Bring in Cooper Rush. That nigga
Hey,
Coop.
hey, I
Hall of
don't
Fame
know.
backup, man.
I don't know, man, because he didn't play that well in Baltimore. Maybe it was just,
It was too
Dallas was
cold out
fit
there,
for
bro.
him.
Too
That's what
cold
it
out
was.
there. Yeah.
Because they benched him. They got him up out of there quick when
Yeah,
Lamar went
they don't know how
down.
to they don't know how to they
They
don't
don't
know
know
how
how
to
to
treat
use
a
Rush.
real athlete, bro. They don't know how to treat a real star, bro. In Baltimore. We see what they doing out there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man. I don't know.
Y'all pissing
Cooper
off
Rush
Lamar.
probably
Got
would
him.
come through in the clutch 2 games. It's only two.
So, hey,
Flacco would love that.
Coop good for 5, bro. He good for 5.
There's some
Straight.
quarterbacks out there that
Bring
historical
in Coop,
backups
man.
that's known.
Bring in Coop, man. One
But
day's
yeah,
notice. He
one
gonna
day
do it for you.
notice.
He gonna do it for you. And Coop, we trust.
And Coop, we trust, man. Hey, Coop held us down a lot of times when Dak was out of there,
Yeah,
man.
man.
But yeah, it's a tall order for him to come out there and ball against them Patriots. But I do see the Patriots taking that game. If I had to do a prediction on the score, I don't know, but I would say Pats by 14 at least. Whatever the final score is, I think there'll be 2 touchdowns better because the pressure on him to not play all season and then to come into a game of this magnitude against that defense. Good luck. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, good luck,
Good
man.
luck. You're gonna
I
need
see it
four-leaf
about
clovers,
a
you're gonna need leprechauns, you're gonna
yeah,
need
rabbit's
every
foot, all of that.
superstition, rabbit's foots, maybe 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, he gonna need a lot to go out there and pull this. But like I said, Broncos, don't hang your heads, man. You had a good season.
You had a
That
good
brings me
season,
to
bro. And it could have went further had Bo not went out. So you can hang your hat on that. You can play the if game
yeah,
all summer long, bro.
yeah, yeah.
All through the whole until you get back to training camp. You can be like, man, we'd had Bo, we would have won. Because that could have been true. But you don't.
We'll never know.
You
Not in
never know.
2026. But that does bring me to I feel like the game of the week. Uh
Hold on, real quick. Would you sell your food truck on this last game money? Would you sell your food truck and place a bet on the Pats like
oh yeah.
old buddy did? Old
Oh
buddy
yeah.
sold his food truck and put his money on Miami in the over 48.
Oh man. Oh man. We're gonna get
He's
into that
sick.
here in a little
You
bit,
gotta be
man. We
sick.
gotta
You
be
gotta be
sick.
sick,
Gotta
bro.
be, man.
What kind of idiot? Come on, bro.
But we're gonna get into that here in the next segment. The NFC Championship game, Seahawks versus the Rams, a rematch of that crazy game we saw in the regular season that was back and forth, with Seattle coming on top at the end, winning that game against the Los Angeles Rams. It's a divisional game in the NFC Championship. What more can you ask for? Two great defenses. I would have to give the offensive edge to the Rams just because of their quarterback and their receiving core. Not to say Seattle's receiving core is a slouch, but there's no Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams on their side. But man, I wonder if DK Metcalf wish he would have stayed in Seattle with the way they balling right now. That would have helped with Jackson Smith and Nick out there
Nah,
balling too.
man.
He got paid in Pittsburgh, and you see what
Yeah,
happened. He's fighting fans and all of that. But
Hey,
he
if they'd have had DK, they might not have been in the same position,
You're
man.
right. You're right. You're right about that. But this is going to be a really exciting game. I'm really looking forward to it. The Hawks and the Rams. If I had to put my money on it, I would probably go Rams this time. I think they get it done, but I won't be surprised if Seattle pulls it off. They're saying, can Sam Darnold win the big game? He didn't have to do that much last game to win it. I do feel like he'll have to do more this game because the Rams will put more pressure on Seattle offensively than the San Francisco 49ers could do in that game with Brock Purdy. They didn't really have much going outside of Christian McCaffrey. They got blitz from the opening kick with Seattle running it back on the kickoff return. I think this game will be a lot different from them um, this go around with those Rams and that Sean McVay guy over there. What you think about this game?
Yeah, man, I'm really, leaning towards the Rams too. I mean, I like Seattle. I think they're a good team, but I think for me, it's just I'm sort of biased. I want Matty Stafford to go ahead and get to the Super Bowl, and I think Sean McVay is just a really good coach, bro. So overall,
Yeah,
I just feel like I feel like it's the Rams' time again. I feel like it's
Yeah,
Matthew Stafford time. I feel like he know what to do. He got enough experience. He know what to do. He can execute any play at any
mhm.
time. He can make any throw at any time. And Sean can, he can coach with the
Dial it
best
up.
of them, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think that all signs point toward the Rams going to the Super Bowl. I got it
yeah.
probably by 7.
Rams by 7. I would go
Hmm.
with that too. I would go with that too. It's gonna be a good defensive game and offensive game. If it's anything like that regular season game, man, it's gonna live up to all the hype of what we expected. I feel like this is just me. I think if Stafford goes and get another Super Bowl, I think he may retire on top, man.
He
What else
should,
does he
because his
have to
back his
prove?
back already messed up.
They
Why
already
would you
didn't
risk it?
they didn't think he would play this season, and look what position he's in.
Yeah,
I
why would
think
you
if he
risk it?
wins this game, gets 2 Super Bowls in LA country, man, that he would ride off in the sunset and go ahead and retire. And what a
He
way to
should.
go out like that,
You
man.
holler, you Hall of Fame, so you solidify Hall of Fame. You got your chips. You still got your help,
Mhm.
and you got your money. I'm out of here, Sean. You got to find you another quarterback, bro. I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely see that happen. So, a Super Bowl predictions, you would say it's the Rams and the Pats?
I say it's the Rams and the Pats, man.
Rams
I
and the
say it's
Pats.
the
That'll be
Rams
a
and the
good Super
Pats,
Bowl.
and
That'll
I'm
be a
going
good
with the
one.
Rams if that's the case. I'm going all the way for the home team player, not the home
Home
team.
team player. Yeah.
Yeah,
If we
yeah,
gotta, yeah, we gotta root for the home team player, not the home
yeah,
team, because we at the
yeah,
house, they at the house with
yeah.
us. But yeah, I will put my money on the Rams on that as well. I won't be surprised if somehow Seahawks pull it off. You know, your boy
Nah,
DeMarcus Lawrence said he was gonna win a Super Bowl in Seattle before the season started, and he's in position to at
well,
least
that's
get
even
there.
more reason for me not to go for them. I don't want nobody to get one up on us, bro.
Man, come on, man. You know, DeMarcus Ware had to leave us and go to Denver to get his. Will
Yeah,
DeMarcus
I remember
Lawrence
that.
have to leave
I
and go
remember
get
that.
his? It's in
It's
Seattle.
like
We'll
that
see.
sometime, bro. It's like that sometime, man. I ain't gonna be
Yeah,
mad. You know what I'm saying? He gave us what he gave us, bro. I'm not mad at it at all. I just don't hope.
yeah.
I hope he don't win. That's all. But if you do win, congratulations, bro.
Congrats, man. We'll see. We will be tuned in and watching. So all eyes will be glued to the TV this weekend to see how these championship games play out. Speaking of championship games, you did mention a little earlier. We did have the college football championship game with the Indiana Hoosiers and Miami, the University, the U, and it was an exciting game. With Indiana end up pulling it off. Miraculous season on those boys. Congrats, man. No one predicted Indiana to be the college football playoff champions this season. I don't think anyone saw it coming. I don't think anyone predicted it. But they continued the roll. They beat the doubters. They went out there and proved it. Mendoza balled out. He made clutch throw after clutch throw, putting his team in position to come and close it down in the end. Exciting game. What'd you think about this game? What'd you think about the outcome?
It was. I don't know, bro. Like the highlight of the game for me was when bro sold that food truck to put on Miami. That was the highlight of the game because you can't tell me that he didn't throw up, bro, when he realized that they weren't gonna win the game. Like you put your
Man,
whole. I don't know what size investment that was for him, but I would imagine it was pretty good size if you had to sell your food truck or something like that. And you thought you was really finna cash in, which I hope that you did
man.
cash in. But it's so funny the fact that you didn't, bro. And
Yeah, it
that
was
was the
tough,
highlight of the
man.
game for me.
Yeah, Hoosiers end up pulling it off 27-21. Fernando Mendoza was 16-27 with 186 passing yards. No touchdowns thrown, but he did rush for one. Carson Beck was 19-32, 232 passing yards, one touchdown, and one crucial interception late in the fourth quarter. They pretty much sealed the game. That boy Malachi Tony, he's gonna be a problem. I
You
think he'll
playing
be
on
back.
Sunday?
Yeah, he's definitely will be playing on Sunday. A few of these players will be playing on Sunday, and I look forward to seeing them. and seeing that growth and maturity. But I thought Miami was going to come back in the end. Carson Beck was going to have a walk off, but unfortunately, he didn't. He did have a walk off, but it didn't go in his favor. There was that late game interception. Um, is the U back though? You think the U is back, man?
It's hard to say, bro, because college football in general is just
Transfer portal and
it's
all of
the
that.
transfer portal, NIL. Anything can happen, man. And
Mm.
the pendulum can swing whichever way the money go. So, and it's hard to say. And what's Carson Beck gonna do? Is he gonna stay? Is he going to the league? Is he gonna
I
be,
mean, well, how old is Beck? Like 26, 27? Like,
you
I
know what
mean,
I'm
he's getting
saying? Like,
paid. It's definitely changed the game. Like, you want to jump in the draft and be a late fifth, sixth round pick, not really making money, or stay in college and make, I think like anywhere from
man,
four to
if he
five
that
billion.
old, if he that old, let them young kids have it, bro. You need to go ahead into the draft, see what you can do in the draft.
Well,
Don't
they're
be taking
saying
up roster spot for these youngsters, bro.
that's how Indiana got in the game in the first place because they had these older players in the transfer portal, these 22, 23, 24-year old, more athletic, more experienced players, and had a miraculous run all the way to cap it off with the chip. So they saying did he discover something that is going to be trending going forward with this transfer portal, getting these older experienced players and having a more experienced team. So we'll see,
We'll see.
man. We'll see. Transfer portal has definitely changed a lot in college football. The NIL. Shout out to
Basketball
them
too.
boys getting their money. Yeah, college and basketball. I mean, football and basketball. But yeah, exciting time for sports. Period. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend full of games and what's to come up this weekend. We will be doing another episode um, going over some prop bets, some NBAs, as well as the NFC and AFC Championship game. And we will have a special edition episode for this fight coming up next week with Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. I am looking forward to that. Anything you want to say to the fans before we get up out of here, Rich?
No, man, y'all boys stay easy. We're gonna put some money on the line in a minute. Make sure everybody eat. Stay tuned.
That's the motive. Make sure everybody eat. Hold your plate up because we all eating over here. Home team hype, baby. We out.